And the coincidence that it happens only happened in hip hop.
Yeah, definitely. Well, speaking of another rapper, man, Baby has been making a lot of headlines the last couple of weeks now. He was apparently performing at Bojangles Coliseum on Monday night. When he left the venue and he got to the parking lot to his car, people or sources are saying that about 15 cops swarmed the vehicle and they found weed inside the car. Now, little Boosie Boosie, the Baby, I'm thinking about Boosie, the Baby, secretly recorded the cops during this arrest. And the crazy part about this, though, SamAnt, is that they actually ended up charging him with resisting arrest or resisting an officer. He was not arrested, just cuffed and cited, and the weed charge that he got from that particular situation down there in his home state of Charlotte, North Carolina. Are they messing with the Baby, SamAnt, or do you think that it's just just a coincidence?
Well, the Baby feels as though they're messing with him. He dropped something on his Instagram shortly after the incident, after he got released, and he definitely has thrown the red flag on the police. It's not surprising. He's from Charlotte. They know him.
Yep.
They know exactly who he is, and we see similar situations happening like this throughout the United States of America and pertaining to hip hop artists. We've seen it happen in Nipsey, in his home city, Slauson. We've seen it happen to who else? I just had another name on the top of my head. Oralo down south where he's at. He's sitting in a situation. We've seen it happen to Offset in Atlanta. T.I. happened to deal with some situations out there in Atlanta. So it's not surprising that the Baby, being one of the hottest rappers in the game right now, one of the hottest talents, one of the hottest names in the game right now, going back to a place where, we all know how racial lines are in North Carolina. Sometimes they're great, sometimes they're horrible, depending on what line you're on. For these cops to be messing with them, absolutely. Oh, God, I'm going to play a clip of what the Baby said, and then I want to get your thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm. This how you know the police did wrong. I'm in there waiting to see the magistrate. 3 hours. They done made me take 12 different mug shots. The two arresting officers come in there and tell the COs, we need Jonathan Kirk's property. And take me back out. The intake door, the same door that they brought me in on handcuffs. I'm walking past and brought in the jail on my way out. Everybody in the world who's ever been to jail, especially in Charlotte, it's policy for them to cut this ban off of you before they let you out the door. They didn't take me out the right door. They took me out the same door they brought me in. They illegally searched me, illegally arrested me.
All right, so the people hearing it and couldn't see it, he had the ban on, obviously had his information on. They were supposed to cut that off. He still had it on. They threw him through a different door. Oh, God, hearing that and talking how we talking right now as far as our suspicion on whether or not they're messing with him or coincidence, what do you think about it?
If that's true, what he's saying, and most likely, it probably is, they're probably going to end up dropping his charges, but it don't even matter. And it don't matter that he's going to get an internal investigation on the cop. That don't matter. What matters is that they're sending a message when they do this stuff like this, in my opinion, that no matter how big you get, no matter how much money you think you got, like, you're still our property, bro. And you say all these rappers in their cities, like everybody knows who they are. And you talk about a city like Charlotte, I'm pretty sure it's like a large percentage of African American.
Hell yeah.
A big, so it's just like, it's no excuse for this. Again, we live in this country and it's just the way it is, man. So, but again, I think that he'll definitely, see brighter days with this situation, because I do think there was some violations here. Now,
he was going back to Charlotte because he had to make it up to his home crowd. I guess he had some issues with a flight or something like that. He did a show via FaceTime, and it made him real upset. He came back to the fans. So that's why he was in Charlotte. I don't know if he still continued to live in Charlotte. Obviously, he probably has family out in Carolina. I say all this to ask you this, oh, God, should the Baby, or let's just talk about rappers in general, get out of their home and move on to different pastures because of situations that could be all around them? You got people that hate in your neighborhood. You got police in your neighborhood that hate. There's a lot of different variables that go on that can kind of warrant you to get up and go. What do you think about that?
Yeah, you should, maybe not live in that vicinity for safety reasons, but always, you know, try to give back whenever you can. And when you do go back, just take the proper precautions. But he was doing the show down there and whatnot. And I want to ask you this though, on the other side of this though, do you think that a lot of times police are justified by going to these different shows? Because we hear about shows where things happen, hip hop shows, you know, Urban Plaza, where people get killed, people get shot. It's a public safety factor there. So do you think, and I'm not saying that it's cool for them to run up on him and search him for no reason, search his car, but that the police like are needed in these situations? And hip hop gets a bad rap because sometimes stuff does go down at these concerts. Like the fact that he's from Charlotte and all that, they could say, well, oh, you know, the crowd he brings out is this crowd and they doing this and that and third and boom, boom, boom. Do you think that's like a justified what the police do sometimes, run it down?
Nope. Because right. I'll put it to you like this. I used to work in the security field where I dealt with a lot of different police officers, had to like concert venues and things like that. Right. When it came to a country concert, police were on site, badges, guns, in uniform, having their presence there. They come with a different type of energy at our concerts. They don't come showing a presence. They don't turn a blind eye if somebody's smoking some bud, enjoying the concert, because they're not there to catch somebody doing bud. They're there to show a proper presence.
Right.
So real imminent danger does not go down because they're there. They come in busting in doors, trying to lock up, trying to do this, trying to do that, or they're not there until after a situation happens. Mm-hmm. So there's no kind of security or no kind of presence there to make them go, okay, nah, not today. It's a totally different energy when it comes to us. And that's where it's wrong. But then we get it pedestaled on us through any kind of media we look at, that we're the problem, that this is why the police. Nah, y'all coming with a different kind of energy, with a different kind of intent than you do in other venues. That's why we don't hear about guns going off in a country venue. You think them white boys and them girls don't get destroyed, drunk, and be out there banging out? You think other things don't be popping off out there? I watched it.
Yeah.
But the presence is different, so you don't hear about it. So they got to come with different energy, man.
Yeah. Nah, I think that's a great point. They try to often use, you know, those excuses like this, that, and the third. But how many of thousands concerts go down where it's peaceful, nobody leaves trash and nothing like that? They magnify, you know, a lot of these different situations. But shout out to the baby, man. That's just a minor little kink in the armor, man. You brush that off and keep it moving. He's gonna have a successful career. But it just goes to show you, man, like, you just never know, man. You in your home city and then the cops swarm on you like that, and man, crazy.
It's stressful. I mean, you could look at it and be like, damn, he's lucky he got all this stuff. He worked hard. He's sitting there at the top of the world. But then on the flip side, you're in a magnifying glass, man.
Yep.
You almost ask yourself, is it worth it, man? So prayers out to the baby. Shout out to you, man. You had a damn good 2019, and 2020 is looking like it's going to be a great year for you too, man. Salute.
Yeah, definitely. But you're tuning to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Oh God, and SamAnt sitting across the table today. If you're enjoying the content thus far, go ahead and hit that 5-star rating on your screen. Leave a comment and do not forget to subscribe right there on your screen so you can get all future podcasts. We're dropping about 4 episodes per week. We're going to keep doing that, Sam. And you were telling me, man, about Joe Budden. I definitely can't wait to hear this one, man.
Yeah, Joe Budden was obviously on this podcast, and the conversation of ASAP Rocky came up. Let me ask you a question, though, guy, before I play the audio.
Yeah.
ASAP Rocky, is he a superstar to you? Let me just put it that way.
Semi.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I think he's known, you know, but I wouldn't call him a superstar yet.
Okay.
No.
All right. So with that being said, I'm going to play this and get your thoughts.